So the Bitcoin flash crash that we had yesterday was exactly what we're looking at least in Whale Room, and actually provides a major opportunity. So we're going to have a look at why this is actually good for the market with the increase in fear, and what you can expect next, and what you should be doing most importantly. And then we're also going to have a look at a little bit of what's going on at the Tesla conference, right? Or at least the AI conference that Tesla's featured at, where they've made some major announcements. So smash the like button, hit the bell notification, and subscribe to the channel, and let's get straight into the show content. I actually want to start off with this video over here, which is one reason why we, for the live viewers at least, that we're just a bit late trying to get the sound to work, but really struggling over here. So you're going to have to listen carefully. I mean, this is Optimus. This is one of the Tesla robots that have just been released. They reckon that these are going to come in to most households in the future at anywhere around $20,000 to $30,000. What do they do? Well, it's your personal assistant. Does anything that you want, right? So have a look at this absolutely insane technology.
Elon, he's a techno king. Optimus can talk?
Yeah. He also does sign language.
Hey Optimus, what's up? How's it going, man? Enjoying the party? What do you think of the new Cybercab? Cybercab looks amazing. I know. I'm trying to get a ride. Dude, me too. Elon.
So super high tech over there. I've dropped the link on my Twitter as well. Please go through to the Twitter account. Also give me a follow if you haven't already, and then you can have a look at this. It's all over here. I've dropped it below. You can see the robo taxi which has come out, and then they also have, of course, above and beyond the robo taxi, they have the robo bus, right? If you look at that, the robo bus, there it is. This is your robo bus from Tesla. This can take up to 20 different people, I believe, and really going to disrupt this entire space, right? So I definitely think Tesla is a stock that you need to watch. Currently, we'll have a look at the live chart. It's kind of capped below that major resistance level. Here you have another one. It's a bartender. So I won't put the sound on there, but a bartender, look at the dexterity, able to literally control how much is coming out of that beer keg, serving drinks, listening to the requests of the clients and what they want from the bartender. Just absolutely insane technology. So in typical fashion, of course, the market pumped, right? $250 pre-market for the stock on Tesla, followed by pretty much what happened next, right? Immediately after that, if you look on the chart, 232. So buy the rumor, sell the news event, seeming to be the case, at least for Tesla. If you do get a major dip on Tesla, I think this is going to present a long-term opportunity. Now, for those of you who haven't managed to gain exposure, you'll be hoping that price does reject over here and ultimately come back down. I think the target area, at least for me personally, you can see over here from these candle closes, the candle open and close, pull that all the way across. You have the wick over there, support, you have support, then you run through into that previous candle. This is high time frame stuff, by the way, guys. So this is your monthly scale, and pretty much anywhere between there and about 50% through that wick, if you do manage to get that pullback into this zone, that would line it up around that 150, 160 zone. That will be a very lucky opportunity for the long term, because I don't think you should fade Elon, right? If you do want to learn more just about, what Elon has on offer and how he thinks. I'm actually reading this book myself right now, Elon Musk by Walter Isaacson. Absolutely insane. The vision that this guy has is unreal, and the way that he's shaping the world is absolutely crazy. So for those of you looking to diversify a little bit out of crypto, I think that this is a long-term decent play, right? Remember all the technology that he has in these things, right? In these cyber taxis, as well as in the robots, all of this, I mean, he kind of owns the majority of the most high-end data in the world, and the data centers that come with it, and all the AI and technology that comes with that. And what is he going to do? Of course, the competitors will not be able to keep up, which means he's probably going to sell the licensing to use his tech stack for them to compete, right? And ultimately, what does that mean for Tesla? That goes to the Tesla stock, right? So Tesla stock's number likely is to go up significantly, and I do think it's something that, you can get similar gains to what you would get in Bitcoin, because obviously Bitcoin has grown a whole lot, right? So the market cap is pretty high. So I think something to keep an eye on. But back into crypto and onto Bitcoin over here, if you look at this, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index now at 32. This is a good thing, right? Breaking back into the fearful zone if in fact it is a bull market, which I think I've really laid the case for why we believe that to be the case, then this presents a wonderful opportunity. Now, that's not to say that things won't go down further in the short term, because of course you get short-term trading, medium time frame trading or swing trading, and then the long-term trading, which is the investment thesis, where you have a buy and hold approach and you're holding for months to years, right? Or even years to decades. That would be your investment thesis. So in the short term, it's not to say things can't come down anymore, because actually in Wellroom, our traders have been crushing it, right? If you look over here, Chris, on TRX, we'll talk about TRX a little bit as well, with a short trade over there. So showing profits already, BTC short trade, 124%, 4% on TRX. That one's just been open. And then, of course, we have Josh short on Solana over there, putting in also some sizable profits over there. There is the Solana short, 134%. And then the same thing over here on Radium, 342% short. So if you're not in Wellroom, jump into Wellroom. If you're someone that's looking for the day-to-day trades, you want the quick ins, quick outs, jump in there. There's a whole lot of opportunity. The link is in the description below. And I should probably also remind you, I've just remembered, we did cover it yesterday, but go through to the bottom. Hardest, maybe you can put it in the show. Otherwise, you can go back to yesterday's show. We now have also a newsletter for you that you can join over there, where you're getting just a little smidge of some of the alpha that's being dropped in there if you kind of want to see what it's all about. All right, carrying on. What about the high time frame? Where are we at? Are we still on track? How are things looking? Well, you can see for the first time now in a long time, again, we're starting to put in a little bit of negative funding rates over here. The funding rate average has gone negative. This is showing you that the majority of the market are actually looking for shorts over here and are not optimistic on the outlook of the market. And we've seen how that's boded in the prior parts of this bull run, right? So you have to consider this within a bull run. Even in a bear market, right, you do still get the big bounces off of the negative funding like we saw over there, but we're more specifically focused on what happens in the bull market. And we saw the extreme negative funding over here mark the lows at 15,504. That was due to the FTX collapse. Then we had the USDC DPEG, still a lot of fear in the market. If you again correlate that back to what happened on the fear and greed over there, again, you were in extreme fear in that environment, whilst putting in the negative funding, while still maintaining higher highs and higher lows. And then you led into the yen cash carry trade unwinding. We put in, of course, a little smidge of a negative funding over there in the form of this little histogram over here. Very small bit that went to the negative side. And now this one again, also a little small negative over here as the market pulls back and the fear goes into 32. So chances are it's probably going to provide a wonderful opportunity, because really nothing has changed on the high time frame, right? This is still, at the end of the day, a massive SR flip, right? Support resistance flip. You can see previously over here, resistance, respecting that trend line that's running towards the upside, also adding resistance over there, coming back down. But look at all these wicks. This is multiple months of bullish absorption in this area. And if you want to keep it very simple, you're looking at a measured move that's going to take you up over here to about $92,000, right? At the very least. I think much higher prices will come thereafter. So I still think maintaining a cautiously bullish bias over here, as long as price, can start to get back above this 21 exponential moving average and maintain it up, the real bullish environment will start to kick in when this can actually break these SARs, right? The stop and reversal indicator over here. Currently, that stop and reversal is at $67,000. This is obviously going to be dropping each and every week. So if it continues at this trajectory, well, very soon the new confirmation of a bullish uptrend and a complete breakout would be taking out those previous week highs, right? Which is coming in, those previous week highs, 65,600. That's a confirmation. Break above that, and you've confirmed, of course, the first higher low following a higher high, and that means trend reversal. And this also shows you trend reversal, right? If you can break these SARs and they pop towards the bottom over there, those become support thereafter. And this has been one of the longest periods that we've had this downtrend, right, on the weekly scale. So you would expect it should come to an end soon, because in actual fact, it's been 285 days in 2024 that have passed. And if there is no Bitcoin bull market within the next 14 days, it's actually going to mark the longest sideways period in a halving year that we've ever seen before, right? So basically 14 days, and most people capitulate right at the end, right? So 14 days left to go. The other good news is that, remember, we'll have another bull moon coming soon in about a week. For those of you wondering what that is, please chat with everybody in the comments over there. They'll tell you how accurate this has been, how well it's worked for us. And not only that, but we've lined it up with the fib levels. You can see over here, price is more or less respecting that $59,570 level, closing back above the 50% zone. Now, don't rule out the possibility in a worse case scenario. I've been pretty explicit on this all week, that for me personally, a worse case scenario would be moving down into the $57,500 to $57,900 level. And that is your golden pocket. But I've said, if I had no exposure to the market, I definitely wouldn't be leaving all my orders down here in the hopes that that gets hit, right? Because there is a possibility that, you do something like that and that's it. Price moves up, right? Holding above the 0.5 level in strong bull markets, this is typically an important zone that should be holding a support. And then you'd be looking at continuation higher. So far it is following more or less according to the plan. You can see we also very nicely marked out the range levels over here, with the red being the range high, and then the mid range over there, and then the range low. And you can see that at the same time, price is also respecting over here at the previous month's mid-range, which is going to be a key level, and that's where that 𝗥𝗢𝗢𝗫, which just so happens to line up with your 50% level over there. So remember, we spoke about the Wyckoff schematic and the importance of getting above all of this high volume node, which is price is currently capped below. You have your points of control at 61,250 over there for that part of the trading range, and we have an upcoming bull moon, right? An upcoming bull moon in a couple of days' time. So bulls just need to survive. And at what level do they need to survive at? Well, they really need to survive and defend this level. I know a lot of people want price to come down into the $50,000 to $52,000 zone because they want to accumulate and buy more. But we've seen that every time price hovers around these levels, people have lower and lower calls, right? So over here, the calls were, sub 40,000, and then price came here again. Then they were calling 38 to 42,000, didn't come, right? Price pushed up over here. Now we have calls on the table for 48 to $52,000. So don't be surprised if, just like the prior times, you don't actually reach those target levels, but the market front runs it and price starts to move up. Now, if Bitcoin can again get above 61,576, you'll also be breaking back above that point of control with the high volume node, as well as getting back above your RSI level, which is your RSI pivot level, is represented by that yellow line. And that will also get you back above the 9 and the 18 EMA, which have been significant areas. Now, remember, we also had a look at previously if we turn that off and we actually just have a look over here at the 200 EMA and the 200 MA, we spoke about this, right? We said it's going to act a little bit like a pressure cooker. It's going to be capped between these two, and don't be surprised if you see price reverting to the bottom, back to the top, back to the bottom, and then eventually it starts to break out. So far, that's exactly what we're seeing, right? Look at that over there. Price is respecting the 200 EMA. It is holding above. Now, for the first time within a bull market in the post-halving cycle, so the halving, meaning the halving cycle has already taken place, we do have this 200 MA, which is starting to angle towards the downside. And again, I think that supports why it's so important, that in alignment with what 𝗕𝗫𝗕𝗫 says over here, that you need to see price start to rally very, very soon within the next 14 days. Otherwise, this is going to get really, really long. It's one of the longest corrections that we've ever had. And you want to see price get back above these levels over here, clear this and get this MA, 200 MA, angled towards the upside with price back above, thus confirming, a big bull trap, or at least, not a bull trap, but a big bear trap, right? So at least if you're optimistic that the bull market is going to continue, you want all of this price action that occurred underneath these moving averages to be the long-term bear trap scenario, getting everybody bearish, shaking them out of their positions, reclaiming, and then that's where you start to move off to the races. So a lot to play for, a lot to focus on. And we'll just continue to monitor. Remember that we've been governing as well the 24-hour rec chart, how many people are getting liquidated. As it currently stands, you did get longs that got liquidated once again, and you still have the majority of the market which is running on the short side, right? If you zoom in on the top here, 24-hour long-short ratio, 48.44 and 51.56. So we said it takes a little bit of time. You start to form a range over there following the big liquidations. Then you can expect things will cool off, start to form a range, and then you'll reaccumulate and move towards the upside. And then I see there is a question, right? Glenn, alt season never, question mark. Yeah, that's something that we should address. I can summarize it very quickly for you. Remember, when it comes to alt season, that typically only comes in the final months of the bull market, right? So typically I would say around 6 months before the bull market actually ends is where you see the altcoins run their most aggressive. And what you also have to be careful of is that because within this particular cycle, it's never been easier to launch a coin, right? Especially the meme coin sector, but that still gets registered and logged as a coin, right, as a token. And that means that there's so many things to choose from. So it's very important that you choose things, that are sticky, that have big communities, that don't have massive unlocks that are going to dump on you over time from VCs, etc., and that are in uptrends, right? Uptrends against the USD pair as well as against Bitcoin. Otherwise, you're better off just holding Bitcoin, less risk, and it's still going up quicker than those altcoins. So always chart against your altcoin to make sure that you do have at least some of the top picks, right, which we try to give you on these shows. So again, in support of this over here on the top, the ratio, yes, the most of the market is running shorts. The deltas, which is dropped here in whale room. This is under your institutional charts. By the way, we give a lot over here. We give you the TWAPs, we give you the liquidation levels, we give you everything from an institutional chart perspective. We show you where all the orders are and how many of those orders basically reside underneath or above price action in the form of buys and sells. But as it currently stands over here from High Block Capital, most of the market on these coins over here are all running pretty deep deltas, right? Negative deltas over there. Liquidity is now popping towards the upside, of course, because that's where all these short traders stop losses are. Same as yesterday, right? We haven't come into that level yet. $61,500-ish in that zone over there. Watch for the short squeeze, especially when the order books are low over the course of the weekend. I will do a show tomorrow, right, to keep you up to date because the stakes are high. I think that we need to be paying a lot of attention and we can't miss a beat, right? We're still watching over here with the DXY that came in with this impulsive surprise move towards the upside, and we're waiting for some sort of a rejection anywhere around here. This candle that we had yesterday is an interesting one, a little bit of a spinning top, potential reversal indecision candle. Let's monitor as the next candle unfolds. If this can start to come down, it's going to be good for the crypto sector. The good news is that the M2 money supply keeps just adding, right? It just keeps moving towards the upside. Bitcoin lags that M2 money supply, and consequently, we should hopefully see Bitcoin play catch up to its brother stock market, right? Which has just been going up, right? There it is. The stock market is moving up with the M2 money supply, S&P 500 breaking out new all-time highs, new closing all-time highs, new wick all-time highs. It's higher, higher, higher for the stock market, and it's very rare that in a bull market environment that you would see Bitcoin do something else. The only times that Bitcoin is down in relation to what you're seeing in the stock market is the times where it's lagging, where it's creating that big shakeout period, which I firmly believe is exactly what's happening right now. Okay, Bitcoin dominance also, we're still waiting for confirmed top over there. ETH BTC waiting for confirmed bottom. Not much to comment over here on total 3, other than what I could say over here is that, it is still holding up with higher lows, which is at least one good sign over there. And we can have a look at some of the alts, right? So let's get into the altcoin mix. Smash the like button, guys, please. It really helps to get the show content out there. And then also let me know in the comments which altcoins you want. Start dropping those in the comment section. We'll do a little bit of altcoin requests today. And then I'm starting off over here with Tron, right? Tron, you can see the range high level over here, which is coming in at 14 cents. And ultimately, if price does come back down into that zone, probably an important support area. We spoke about the 0.382 at 14.8 and that it needs to hold that. You also wick down directly into the range high already and have started to move up. So Tron, which is Your Excellency Justin Sun's project, is back in the limelight, right? Why? Well, if you look at this over here, you have Tron founder Justin Sun has now been selected or elected as the Prime Minister of micronation in 𝗪𝗓𝗓. Can you guys believe this? Your Excellency is now the Prime Minister of micronation 𝗪𝗓𝗓. There's their flag. Have you ever? Who knows where that is? By a raise of hands, in the comment section there, by a raise of hands, who has been to micronation 𝗪𝗓𝗓? And more importantly, who of you even know where that is? Well, I went and did a little bit of a Wikipedia search over here, and this is, you can't even make this up. Your Excellency, look here, if you click on the map over here, it's location of the claimed territory of 𝗪𝗓𝗓 in Europe, right? There it is. It's that dot over there. This is Your Excellency, the Prime Minister of 𝗪𝗓𝗓's new, at least, land, right? It's his new home over there. So I just thought that was very interesting news that I absolutely had to share with you guys. Let's get into some of the altcoins, right? So one to look at over here, AI tech. This is one that we had on our list for a long time. I told you I'd mention it when it becomes relevant. Remember, as the AI things heat up with this whole conference with Elon Musk and everything comes back and NVIDIA pushes to new all-time highs, I do think that the AI sector is one to watch for into the next part of the bull cycle. I don't know whether the fundamentals will catch up yet when it comes to AI tech, but the chart should show us exactly when that does occur. Remember, AI tech have a lot of the data centers, right, which are going to be loaning out to other AI projects. So you would expect this is kind of like a blue chip bet on the AI sector. It's buying the picks and the shovels, right? So if you have a look at this chart over here, we broke the long-term downsloping trend line. We've been maintaining high highs and high lows. Now I'm kind of observing price over here. If there's a stunning turn of events in Bitcoin over the course of today or the weekend, it will probably respect this golden pocket at the 0.618 to 65 level. Price-wise for AI tech, that would line it up at about 0.095. If it loses that level, then I'm looking for a move down into the 0.786, which we know is oftentimes a stop and reversal point for price action, especially since it lines up exactly with that upsloping trend line over there. So I'll keep an eye out on that zone as it comes into this area over here. That is AI tech. Okay, let's have a look at some of the other coins, right? We've got a lot of requests over here. Since there's one there for FET, and I'm right at the chart, let's have a look at FET. Okay, FET hit perfectly into that zone. That was yesterday, right? So look at that, meeting pretty much with the lower boundary of the rising parallel channel over there. It's a kind of a do or die area where you're looking for your next high low now. You've closed price action higher than the previous lows, and you hit the golden pocket at the 0.618 to 65. So now you're looking for this to start to push up, and then you want to start to push up here, reclaim back above this level. This was confirmation of the bullish uptrend over here, and that this is in fact a high low. And then you can look at FET moving higher over time, right? So a lot of coins are going to be in an important zone. Okay, I see there is a request for Mini. We have to look at Mini, right? Mini, you guys will remember, has been one of the picks. This has been one of the meme picks that we had, 63.58 million over there. Current market cap, I believe that we got into this, guys, ages ago, probably at the bottom of the range here. I can't remember the exact point because we said we have a long-term bet on this. We bought and held. You should be up massively. For any of you that followed along from Whale Room, you should be very pleasantly surprised on that move. 2,405% up from the range lows. And I think I even mentioned it again on the shows around this mid-range level. And if you'd listen to that, well, that is 339% up even just from that area. So congratulations. Really, really good stuff over there. Let's have a look at what else we have. MOG, BONG, PITH. Yeah, we can have a look at some of those. So let's go to MOG. Let's go to BONK since it's the first one over there right in front of me. Okay, BONK. So looking to hold up on this area, bump and run. This is the zone. That's the area of interest. I mean, if you want an easy long over there, stop loss would go, of course, below that yesterday's wick. This is the zone where you want to see things start to pick up towards the upside. I do have a decent sized BONK position, which I'm going to be holding until the end of the crypto cycle. I've told you, I woke up a couple of days ago feeling extraordinarily bullish on memes. I woke up today and I still feel exactly the same way, guys. So it's probably not just a phase. I'll update you if I do start to allocate into more things. I've had my eye on 1 or 2 different coins that I don't yet have exposure to. For the Whale Room members, I'll let you know over the weekend if I start to allocate. I've got to study the charts. I've got to study the community a little bit to make crystal clear sure that this is going to be a long-term bet. This is kind of my plan of action, is that this may be one of the last months that I allocate fresh liquidity into the crypto market, and then I'm pretty much holding on for dear life for the rest of the cycle, right? So let's continue. There was another request over there, of course, for 𝗏. So let's go take a quick look at 𝗏, see how 𝗏 is doing over here on MEXI. We're going to use that one. Okay, so we outlined the range lows over there. You have not yet come into the range lows. I would wait a little bit personally. You're creating new swing lows over here. You did have a confirmed higher high, at least, at the very, very least. So just pay attention on this, just in case you get a move down into 24. I'm not saying that will happen, but remember, there's a lot of great things out there to buy. So patience is usually rewarded. I would continue to check in on this chart, and either needs to show marked up signs of strength, clearing some high levels, get back above your mid-range, which is going to be about that 35 cents region, or alternatively come into the range low, and that's going to be the zone, right? The area of interest. So let's continue. Okay, checking the comments. What else have we got? Rune and 𝗓𝗦. Yeah, we can have a look at, let's look at Rune first, and then we'll go to 𝗓𝗦. How is Rune doing, right? Rune USDT. Let's pick it up over here. There we have it on the top side, Rune. So all in all, it's holding up. It did not hit the golden pocket over there. And I don't know, it may start to build some momentum and steam from this point already. But if you, of course, do get a little bit of a scam wick down, and you can pick it up at about 442, that's going to be an upsloping trend line. And then you're just looking for continuation, right? So this just looks like reaccumulation to me. And you've, of course, been capped by these highs at 488. If you can break above 488 again and consistently hold above there, you may actually have a proper breakout from this move. Okay, the other request over there that you had was 𝗓𝗦. So let's go have a look at 𝗓𝗦, USDT. Where's 𝗓𝗦? Here we have it, 𝗓𝗦. Let's pull it up, 𝗓𝗦. I also want to let you guys know, by the way, whilst we look at 𝗓𝗦 over here, remember that we are going to be taking a whole lot of these trades on WEEX, right? So if you do want to join in on that, I'll be dropping those as soon as, because these are leverage trades, as soon as the market is a little bit more safe to do so and we have confirmation of the high low. You can get up to $6,803 worth of USDT if you do sign up using the link in the description below to WEEX. It's all on the top over here. Plus, when you make a deposit, you're getting a 20% sign up deposit on top of that, right? So if you are looking for a place to trade, no KYC, right? You don't need to give your ID, you don't need to give your passport, none of that personal information, just an email address, and that's it, and you're in. That's where we're going to be doing a lot of the trades, right? So let's go to 𝗓𝗦. 𝗓𝗦 did hit the range low, more or less, right? I guess you could raise that and give it, so we're not splitting hairs. Consider that level hit. You could pull a little bit further into there. So if you are looking for an accumulation zone, I think on 𝗓𝗦, anywhere within this circle over here was fair game to start to get in, right? If you have a look at that, and then you're looking at a greater move up once you start to break the downsloping trend line. That means need to start getting, it depends when it happens, but I would assume probably around that 20 cents region over time is where you're going to start to break out. Okay, what else? Myro. Yeah, we can have a look at Myro. It's just underneath that. Myro is still looking good, struggling to close multiple candles above the downsloping trend line. You can just see the way that level is being respected over there. So wait to gain acceptance. Probably 3 candle closes outside of this will confirm it, right? So 3 candle closes at current level or higher will confirm that this is probably going to start to break out, and Myro should get going. 𝗏𝗏. Yeah, let's have a look at 𝗏𝗏, especially since it's been added into the Rothschild portfolio. We can have a look at if this one's actually going to get going. So your range high, your key resistance area is coming in at this yellow line, that last digits 9998. So you want to break and hold above that 9998. All right, Billy. Yeah, let's look at Billy. Billy's obviously one that's also done relatively well. I think I have it on this list. Let's quickly see. Billy. There it is. How's Billy doing? I haven't looked at Billy for a while. Billy the dog, obviously they want this thing to go to a Billy, right? That's the point. Look, I mean, it's been heavily hit. If the community is strong, if you look over here, liquidity 2.5 million, 31,570 holders, pretty diverse, right? Pretty well spread. We'll have to put a little bit more information off of this. Then that is pretty much the range low, right? That's the level that you want to see hold. If you want to put a couple of bucks into that and you're betting that the whole meme coin cycle is going to go up, maybe Billy catches a bid. We just need to find out, what the holders look like over here in terms of the major holders. What percentage of the supply do the top whales hold? If it's well distributed, and they're not holding a massive amount of the supply between a few people, then I think this could be a good zone considering that there are 31,570 holders. So that's my thoughts on Billy. Okay, we can look over there. I see Glenn's asking about 𝗙𝗏. Let's have a look at 𝗙𝗏. So this is one that recently came to my attention. It's not looking too bad, right? Also 20,031 holders, so give or take 20,300 holders, right? Here's your chart, pretty crystal clear. In terms of levels, well, of course, you're going to have your main breakout level, which is over there. You do, of course, have a little bit of a fair value gap, which price already came into this zone, wicked into that level. So playing at level to level, this one's not looking too bad, right? That wick over there is holding. As long as you can start to get continuation, maybe a paused candle over here today, maybe a little bit of chop around here, and then leading into tomorrow and the next day, since this is a daily chart, you start to slowly grind up. Then what is that going to be? Of course, trend continuation for 𝗙𝗏. Okay. What else, guys? Tron Bull. Okay, let's have a look at Tron Bull. I think it's this one over here. This is Tron Bull. We got 12,100 holders, 80, let's round it up and call it $87 million market cap. It's pretty flat, right? It's pretty flat. So again, I really think this is one that you need to check out what the insiders look like, but that's going to be your major range low because a lot of these coins, they can bleed out. You've got lower highs throughout. When I see a chart like this, sometimes what it means, and I'm not saying this is the case, but sometimes what it means is that, they contacted a bunch of KOLs, which are key opinion leaders. For those of you that don't know, that's another word for influencer. Basically, they had a coordinated pump, released it into the market. They all got in early down here, and then pretty much they're just profit taking all the way through, right? So be careful with these ones. I don't know if that's the case. I'm just telling you what the chart looks like. When a chart looks like this, oftentimes that's exactly what it means. Let's look at lock-in, because this is another one that we also absolutely loaded up on months ago. Look at that. We loaded up over here, right into this range level. We marked out the zones. You've already had a 550% move to current levels, 431% move. Congratulations to everybody in Whale Room. Absolutely crushed it. Great trade over there. Okay, what else? We got Simon's Cat. Let's see, do I have that one on here? I hope so. Simon's Cat. I don't have Simon's Cat on here. Let's pull it up here. Simon's Cat. Is it the wrapped BNB one, or is it the one on Sol? You got to let me know there in the comment section. This one's 1 month old. Can't be that one. Simon's Cat. Let's put it up over there again. Full Simon's Cat, 24 days ago. Okay, guys, I'll have to skip this one unless you let me know exactly which one it is. So I'm going to move on. Okay, we did bonk already, guys. You can go back to that. Autism. We can have a look at autism. Again, I don't know if I'm going to have the right one, but let's pull it up. Autism, and it must be this one, right? 2 months old, 29 days old. I'm going to take the top one. Probably got the most liquidity. No, it can't be. 1.8 million. Can't be. These ones are hard, guys. I know probably the YouTube is blocking if you drop the contract address. So these are going to have to be, dropped into one of my tweets. Go to my Twitter and I'll put up a thing for chart requests. Maybe that's what I'll do. Go to my Twitter, I'll put up a thing for chart requests, and then tomorrow I'll pull some of those contract addresses and we can go and have a look at that. So wait for the tweet before the live viewers go there. Yes, let's have a look at Ponky, right? I see there's a request on Ponky. Here's your Ponky chart. So Ponky, very, very important level. I said, it's possible that you sweep a little bit lower down, but at the end of the day, you probably want to start to build a position already. You can see the money flow is starting slowly to turn towards the upside. It's not enough yet, but it's starting to turn. I do hold a sizable Ponky position, which I'm also going to be holding for the rest of the cycle. XRP. Okay, someone wants to look at XRP. Let's quickly have a look at XRP. In the meantime, I'll prep you.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Okay, there we go. There's your XRP chart. So it's range bound, right? I mean, what you can do with XRP is you can literally take this line and you can draw a line through it and you can ask yourself, when last was price here? Well, you're at the same price that you were at in November 2020, the same price that you were at over here in June 2021, in July 2021, in January 2022. So basically, XRP is exactly the same price as what it was 1,425 days ago. 1,425 days ago, still the same price. It's range bound, right? It's literally, I mean, that's the definition. It's the same price. It's caught at the exact same zone, and it will probably continue to chop like this. So I believe XRP is pretty heavily traded actually within the Forex communities. When it comes to cryptos, this has pretty high liquidity, and that's probably why, you just see this. Range bound, see it operates within the top side of the range, and then sometimes it loses that and then just operates within the bottom side of the range. But I drew this pink box around this thing already way back in March 2024, and that's it. Its range highs at 65 cents, its range lows at 42 cents, and that's the trade. So that is it. Okay, SPX 6900. Let's have a look at SPX 6900. Let's go to our DGen section. I do have it there. Let's just quickly pull it up. SPX 6900. There it is. Okay, how is it doing? We have 11,820 holders, market cap of basically $500 million. There's the move, right? This has been an absolutely monumental, enormous move towards the upside. Maybe we should go into a little bit of a lower time frame to just have a look. Let's look at the 12-hour to just see, kind of how these levels look. I would be very scared buying it here, I must be honest with you. Because at the very least, it will probably consolidate for a long time. Following a huge move like that, you'll probably consolidate for a while before putting in the next big move. So I'm just trying to give you the most relevant levels. Maybe that's going to be the range low at about 41 cents. And then, you have that at your range high. And if you can get back above that, if you can get above 65 cents and you can hold there, that becomes the breakout level. And then you start to flip this 65 cents from resistance into support. So that's the way that I would look at that. Okay, 𝗔𝗫. Let's see, how's 𝗔𝗫 doing? I know it's still incredible content, but price-wise, let's see what is 𝗔𝗫 doing. Now, this one's got 41,280 holders, which is very, very, very significant. When you look at something in comparison to like that SPX, this has got pretty much what's at about almost 3 times as many holders. The market cap sitting at $18 million. You have over here overhead resistance, which has been proving to be the case because price can't get through that level. It's currently consolidating. So what you want if you're bullish on this is you obviously want price to continue to just chop and grind into this level and then slowly flip it into support. Then you can challenge the next level, which is 30 or 0.033. And then if you can hold above that, that's where your breakout comes into play, right? So I think 𝗔𝗫 could do really well. I think it has all the potentials to do super, super well if enough people find out about it and know about it. Remember, we got in at $800,000 market cap, which means, we're well over a 20x up on this position still. And I still hold my 𝗔𝗫. Just so you guys know, if anyone's wondering, I do still hold my 𝗔𝗫. I mean, at 800,000, it's the risk to reward is worth it for me to rather just continue to hold in case it explodes into something big, right? Okay. 𝗕𝗫𝗓𝗔𝗦, 𝗕𝗫𝗓𝗔𝗫. Let's have a look at some of those. 𝗕𝗫𝗓𝗔𝗫, let's have a look over here. Okay, wait, I don't have that on the list. We can check it out, and then we'll go to 𝗕𝗫𝗓𝗔𝗫. All right, let's see. Okay, here's 𝗕𝗫𝗓𝗔𝗫 on Sol. I mean, this is super low market cap. Obviously, had a big move, trading near all-time highs over there. Let's have a look at 𝗕𝗫𝗓𝗔𝗫, right? 𝗕𝗫𝗓𝗔𝗫 is on this one over here. Let's pull that up. Obviously, a much higher market cap. Let's see in terms of, there we go, levels to look at. We are pulling back. There it is. I'll be holding my positions for the simple fact that I got in at the bottom of the range over here. I don't really see the point of, trying to profit take when, the dips could end up being shallow. But if you're not in this already, I would wait for a little bit of a lower price. I think this can easily pull into 0.0344. 0.0344. Okay, there's a request on 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗓. Let's have a look at 𝗕𝗕𝗓𝗓. This is one that I also had to look at, 15,370 holders. Let's move from the 4-hour onto the daily time frame just to get a bit better perspective over here. And this is what you're looking at. So, okay, it looks like it's putting in a high low over here. So, good chance that this runs up, gets back above 1812 is the last 4 digits, and then starts to break out from that point. Those are your levels. Easy invalidation, right? Such an easy invalidation because you can see prior resistance over there, support, and then comes back to hit it as support once again. That's your level. Your invalidation's at 1319. So again, guys, if you do want more of this information, just a very, very quick reminder, like with our traders that are dropping all the trades here, we have various different sections, which is going to be in Whale Room. Please join in there because this is where we drop everything. I'm starting to preempt the community to start to look towards the memes, right? We think that this is going to be where the biggest part of the cycle will occur. And then following that is going to be in AI and possibly layer ones. Layer ones is kind of your base, right? So if you want the portfolios, as all the portfolios have all been dropped over here, they are in Whale Room. I'm constantly updating it as well. So you got various different portfolios in here, depending on, of course, when you join. And then also World Series of Trading event, right? Pretty much 9 days left to register, but the competition has essentially kicked off. So please sign up. Use the link below. Join into the Banter squad. This is for the DGen traders out there. $10 million up for grabs. The sooner you start trading, the higher your chances of winning are. You'll have to convert your account into a unified account, just to be clear. So if you're struggling to get in, it's because you need to move to a unified account. Okay, there is a request there for TON, right? We're still keeping an eye out on TON. Look, possible it could reverse from here, but from a TA perspective, this is your next major zone, right? So as per the little LARP lines over there, you'd be looking for a move down anywhere between this 440 and 476 region. Somewhere within that zone, I expect the next major support to be found. OM, Mantra. Requests on OM. Mantra teased that a mainnet is coming. I don't know if you guys saw that. And obviously just pushing up new all-time highs. Very, very strong. It's been one of the outliers in the space. Second to meme coins, right, that have performed so well. Mantra's done super, super well as a real world asset. And partly one of the reasons why is because a lot of the circulating supply is already out there, right? So there's no overhang that's coming and getting dumped on your head as a retail trader. That's why you have to look out for those things. Most of the supply is already on the market. So you're looking at a move up to about $1.77 for Mantra over there. But that's it from me, folks. I'm going to catch you all on the next one, which is tomorrow. We'll see you then. Again, go to my Twitter. I'm going to drop a tweet over there where you can go and drop your contract addresses for coins you want charted tomorrow. And I'll see you all on the next one. Have a great day and cheers for now.